Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for June 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. That's Monday through Thursday. Of course, I'm using my two Radley Valentine decks. I'll use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main message. I'll pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. I'll also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now I'm going to, for the intro, pull a couple from my Waite Rider traditional tarot decks. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay? Now, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power. My job just deliver the message. Try not to get too much in the way of it. Anything that is put down, if it is reversed, I feel that that has a stronger energy. So just be aware of that. It may resonate a little bit more for you. One thing I do want to talk about, though, is on the 15th. The 15th, we have actually, this is going to be the second time this year that Saturn will square with Uranus. Now, the major changes, though, is that Saturn is now retrograde. So expect something, maybe some news, some announcements, some changes. Squares generally mean, to me, that it's kind of, they're a little bit, sometimes they can be working together, but many times it's working opposite of each other. And it's kind of like that conflict possibly of like siblings, and then just kind of, brother against brother, sister against sister. So there could be something going on like that. I feel that that could be in our personal relationships. It could also be something in the bigger, scheme of things. So that's going to be on the 15th. Change, and, Uranus is, of course, expect the unexpected. Saturn, I know I'm always saying this, but Saturn is about, Saturn in Aquarius is illusion versus reality. So expect some interesting energies going on. So let's start our readings now. Oops, forgot to pull a couple of these cards. So let's see what we have going on. Yeah, I do feel that with the that 15th, there could be a little bit of a struggle going on with us. We need to make sure we push forward. I'm not so necessarily worried about money situations, but we may have some choices that we have to make about money. We will be very creative. There will be some creative solutions. So let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have here going on. And we'll take 3. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what we have for this week. General, this could be very personal. This could be overview. First card. Okay, so this is a 7 of Swords. Sevens have that divine umbrella. Sevens have, is a divine number. It's one of those numbers or it's one of those universal type of energies of something watching over you that's greater than what you normally have, or greater than your internal being. Let's put it this way. Swords is your Gemini, which we're in Gemini. Mercury is also retrograde in Gemini. It's also Libra. It's also Aries energy. It's air energy. Remember the swords. The swords cut through the air. The swords cut through the air and helps you to see things the way they're supposed to be. Or it helps you to see things clearer. Remember Saturn and Aquarius. Yeah, we talked about that all the time. But, this is one of those times that's like, am I really being trapped by my old thoughts? Do I have some new thoughts? In this one, you can see this person looks like she is, and it is a female, but it doesn't matter. It could be male or female. She looks like she's trapped. She looks like she's, basically in some sort of a prison. It's not a prison with the walls, but the swords are placed around her to just kind of give a threatening. But if you really look at her, a lot of this is in her head. A lot of this is, somebody bound her up. Somebody did do what they did. But there's options to escape. There's ways out of this situation. So a lot of this is being in your head too much. a lot of this is not necessarily, again, Saturn Aquarius, not necessarily seeing, or not necessarily distinguishing reality from truth. Okay? So there could be something happening, especially around that 15th, that, kind of, takes off or makes that blindfold slip a little bit, that loosens some of the binds, some of the bounds, the ropes, the ties that bind you, okay? Or binds us. Next card. Okay, so now this is the Nine of Swords. Nines have a completion to it. Nine of Swords is, that stinking thinking, is worrying about something that maybe you don't have maybe you don't have any real control over. Okay, this is those types of thoughts that keep you up at night. That's the ones that wake you up at certain hours of the night. So again, this is that type of energy, and again, I can see on that 15th that happening. People worrying about things, again, that you don't necessarily have the control over. So my thing is, take a chill pill, not really a pill. I don't recommend that. But basically meditate, connect with your higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, whoever that is, the source, to help bring you to a more balanced energy. Okay? So a lot of this is, you might feel trapped. There are ways to get out of it. But part of this trap is, part of this is you looking at the situation a little bit, maybe taking a couple of steps back to look at it from that global side, a little bit higher side, and at the same time, the energies can be such that they make us, worry, stress us out, kind of, again, that illusion versus reality. So let's see what we have here. The last card is the King of Cups. Okay, so Cups energy is water. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. The court cards all have an underlying energy, and the King's underlying energy is, is air energy, is the Swords energy. It's that, making plans, hearing news, seeing things, thinking things through, strategic type of thinking. So there is a lot of thinking going on. There is a lot of headspace going on with this. But the King of Cups has actually emerged the victor. The King of Cups has balanced the emotion with the intellect. Has kind of said, okay, yeah, this is what, maybe my thoughts, I see these things going on in the world, and my thoughts might be really overwhelming, but emotionally, the King of Cups comes out the victor, okay? The King of Cups has gone through every emotional situation you can think of and has become a fuller person, has become an integrated person, and actually comes out of it in a better place than they were before, okay? So a lot of this is going to be kind of a wait and see, just get through, just let things occur, let things happen, not necessarily to buy into, not necessarily to get too stressed out, because this is saying you might buy into, you might get stressed out, but it's not, but the King of Cups is very victorious. The King of Cups stands in his power, and it doesn't matter male or female, and just kind of overcomes. So there is a lot of overcoming type of energy with that King of Cups. Okay, so now let's start with our readings. Hello, my Libras. How are you? Well, as I started shuffling the cards and I'm thinking of my Libras, all of a sudden, the song On a Clear Day just kept coming to me, and it was like, what? I actually had to, stop. It was the music more so than the words. I'm thinking, what is this song? And it's On a Clear Day. I think you need to know that. I think that, is that basically saying things are clearing up for you? That, because what is it? On a clear day, stop and look around you. And, and again, look at the music. I'm not going to sing it for you because we don't want to do that. But it was very much, stop and look around you. You can see forever. So there's something with that for you, because now that I've given it to you, the message or the music has stopped, which is good, because that's what happens. It's like over and over and over. So whatever that is, whoever needed that. And also too, I know that was a song that Robert Goulet sang. So something with him also, I know my mind is an interesting place, but it's something, I was not hearing him sing it, but it was, that was came after I said, okay, that's on a clear day. And then it was like, remember Robert Goulet. Anyway, okay. You would, most of you would not know who he is. Here we go. But you can search him on the, your browser. All of these are reversed. Let's see what we have for my Libras. Here we go. The two of Gabriel. Okay, Gabriel is fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, passionate, burning, very determined, pathways opening. What are you going to do, my Libras? There's going to be some choices for you, and I feel like they're going to be big choices. Okay, it's kind of like, is that a promotion that you're being offered? And you're kind of like, well, maybe I want it, maybe I don't. Is there a chance for travel? I just feel like these are like kind of life-changing or just their change in directions, okay? Twos have pathways. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? Gabriel, like I said, fire energy, passionate. It's like, let's do this. Let's go after this. And something is sparking your interest. I think that's more the case of it. Something is sparking your interest. You do not have to follow that pathway. Maybe you're okay, happy where you're at, but maybe it's something, again, it sparks your interest. It's kind of like, this doesn't come around too often. Maybe I need to investigate this a little more. Okay. So the two of Gabriel is about make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Next card. The High Priestess. Again, we have that 2 energy going on. So we have a 2-2. You might want to take some 2s, do 2-2, and we'll see what the other numbers are too when they come up, and put them into your browser and then put in angel numbers and, do a search on that. The High Priestess, this is Archangel Heniel. Remember, we are still in Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is when people come back to you. Also, too, kind of when you, a lot of times I hear from my Libras that there's a very big metaphysical connection for you when Mercury is retrograde. It is in Gemini, so there is a lot of this air energy all around you. So the High Priestess has a very spiritual connection, has that, kind of step in between the natural and that supernatural energies. It's kind of knowing what you need to do. It's knowing what you know and what you know, okay? So powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. This is going to be one of those weeks that you really need to be holding on to the hand of the divine, your, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, the source, whoever that is for you. It's kind of, keep that connection, keep that communication really strong. Here we go. Last card. Ace of Raphael. So we have a 2-2 and a 1. Interesting with that, because aces are 1s. Raphael is our water energy. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. It's really just something, it's not quite as passionate, but it is very committed. It is very committed to this new start, this new, whatever these directions are. Once you make your choice, you will be committed to follow through. And I do, again, it's like, again, I'm getting the song, on a clear day, stop and look around you. So take a moment to really look a little bit further, down each of these pathways. Here we go. A positive, new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So let's see what we have here now. Let's go on with our last card, the angel deck. So that 221, definitely look those numbers up and see. And if you start seeing a lot of 2s, that's, I don't want to implant that into your thought, but many times over, if you start seeing the 2s, definitely there's a message for you, okay? And, numbers can be used for both, for both positive and for negative. We use our numbers for the positive. Here we go. Last card with the angel decks, not reversed. 7 of air. Now remember, Sevens is a divine number, but I look at it as the divine umbrella. There's, something bigger than ourselves kind of keeping us on track, going where we need to want to go, okay? Air energy is your energy along with Aquarius and Gemini. Thought processes, thinking things through, making some strategic plans. So what's going on this week doesn't necessarily align with what you thought was going to go on this week. Okay, so just be prepared for that. Be prepared for some of these changes. That 15th is coming up, that square Saturn, Uranus type of thing. So, so it may not necessarily align with what you actually thought. So you could be going into work one day just saying, okay, this is what's going to happen, same old, or you could be starting your day, your week, it's, nothing really, and then all of a sudden something switches on, something changes, something that's going to be giving you a decision that, like I said, that possibly could take you down a totally new path. Anyway, plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. Now, when I see poor timing and such, it just means that it's not my timing. It's not your timing. But considering that this is a 7, it is divine timing, okay? So let's go on and see what crystal or energy for my Libras. Here we go. Not reversed. Green adventuring. Oh, I like this because this, to me, this also, it's not adventure, but it is kind of, it reminds me of that. And green is also about money. I kind of feel money with the greens coming up. Anyway, good luck, prosperity, new opportunities, heart healing. So with the heart healing, I am feeling that that has a lot of that karmic balance to it. Okay? So whatever's happening this week, I do feel has a lot of karmic balancing, and it's taking, I don't know if this is taking some of the negative karma that we have dealt, that we have established, and, like I said, and bringing more of the positive up. I kind of feel like that's it. It's because you, my Libras, you do like your balance. You are, the scales. Expect some karmic balancing here. Expect that a lot of the things that you have been, kind of suffering for, that, you're going to either find out the reasons, more of the reasons, or you're going to have a little more joy, okay? But I do feel positive. I do feel happy with this. Anyway, and like I said, on a clear day, I'm going to put that as your title because it keeps moving through my head. My Libras, remember the button. Please like, share, subscribe. It helps tremendously. It helps. More importantly, though, my Libras, and as always, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.